And I think we're live. We are live. Let me double check, make sure we have sound. 2, 1.
0 drop frames.
Hello, Chancel Choir. I am not Sid Davis, but he is with us in spirit and here at the church. He's rehearsing Pure Sound. If you have not bought a ticket to go see the Pure Sound play this weekend, please take this opportunity while we're waiting to get started to go purchase a ticket. And on soprano we have tonight.
Grace.
On tenor we have.
Mike on the mic.
And bass and soprano we have.
You mean alto?
That's right, excuse me.
This is Jen and Casey with NPR.
Hello.
And as you can tell, yes, we have Jennifer on alto. And then on the keyboard, we have the lovely, the wonderful, the fabulous magician who solves problems we had that we before we even knew we had them. Rob Landis. Okay, if you all did not see the very top of the live chat, the order of rehearsal tonight will be with What Shall I Come? Followed by Movement 1 of Unconditional Love. This is our new one for tonight. And then we will cap everything off with a recap of Movement 4. All right. Stella, how you get Unconditional Love. Remember, if you go to your music news, look in the PDF, it gives you a link to the choir room. And then from there, you can go click on some links, and it goes to the Chancel Choir resource page, and it has a link in there with all of the PDFs. Okay, we are going to get started in about 2 minutes. Yes, Jeff. 2 weeks from tonight. So yes, that first Wednesday in June, we are going to have live in-person rehearsals.
What? I just had a mini freak out too. I did just check, and all the movements to Unconditional Love are uploaded. Whew.
They
I was like, oh man, what if I just forgot to? So if you go to stluke'smusic.org/virtual-chancel, click on the resources door, click on all resources, Unconditional Love, boom, and it'll take you.
Grace just saved her job.
I know, I was like, oh man.
Actually, could you send me another email, Grace?
Just making sure I had put that in.
Okay. 47 viewers. We're going to get started in just a second.
I'll be warmed up eventually.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask forgiveness in advance for you, Chancel Choir members. If I miss a question, I'm sorry. I apologize. I will try my best to catch any and all. All right, it is 7:20, and we were at a nice even number on the viewers. I think it's time to get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, singers, when we get to the divisi, let's take the lower parts. Bass 2 and
Amen.
soprano 2, and I don't think the alto has a split.
I don't think so.
Okay, all righty. Everybody make sure you heard that. When they get to the splits, the singers are going to be going to the S2 or bass 2 part, okay? All right, Rob, take us away, please. One, two, three, and... Start inhaling now, and
With what shall I come before
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. And yeah, we won't make them hold that forever and a day. Okay, real quick things moving backwards, okay? Look at page 10, everyone, top of the page. The K of kindness and come. Make sure you give those a lot of attention because they help you and they help add some weight to those particular words, okay? One other thing on the very last page, I know we kind of felt like we were off to the races a little bit, but on the very end, with thee shall I come. Make sure you're connecting all of the words and make sure that there's no seam between any of those words, right? So we don't want it syllabic, we want it connected and horizontal, okay? Let's do just the last two measures so we can hear the other voice part that was not sung at the time. So Casey sang the bass too, but let's have Casey sing the baritone and have everybody else join right there.
Say the page again, I'm sorry.
Last page of the piece. And I'm going to make one adjustment because I can't hear Grace enough. Okay, here we go. Here we go, note by note. Here's our starting pitch for the baritones. Tenor, alto, soprano. Here we go, 1 and 2. Yeah, let's do that one more time.
I remember now.
Yeah, yes. Here we go, same place. Starting pitches. 1 and 2. Exactly. That's what we're looking for right there, okay? All right, let's go take a quick look back so we can have the sopranos feel a little bit of love as well. Can we start on the top of 10, please, with all the voice parts? And let's have Grace pop up to S1 for us right there, please. And Rob, could you start for us at measure 63? With that little pickup. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and.
With love shall I come, with thee shall I come, with thee shall I stand.
1, 2, 3, 1, lift.
With thee shall I come.
Keep going. And 1, 2.
With thee shall I come.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Thank you for that, Grace.
I think I missed the pickup to 69, 70?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
No,
said a C instead of a D there on the width or something.
it's okay. We're not going to hold it against you. All right. One other thing, let's go take a quick look at. I think everything was, obviously the singers here completely and just fine, but I would love for us to go a quick look at page 8 at bar 49. For all of you at home, reminder that we need to use the H on He has told you, O mortal, He has told you what is good. Yeah? And so really, really accent on the right syllables and utilize the eighth notes need to be accented. And then when we get to the quarter notes, O mortal, right? Go somewhere with it. He has told you, O mortal, He has told you what is good. Yeah? Here we go. Right on that, please.
So S1.
Let's do S1 and baritone.
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and.
He has told you, O mortal, He has told you what is good, to do justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly with your God.
Yeah, and they make that sound so easy. But notice, and I love how you two just sang that, but that with your, I think of a laser beam. So up until this point, right, if you look at the gentleman's parts on the bottom of 8 with the soprano and alto, it sounds like a big cacophony of different rhythms, right? And it doesn't really, feels like it's almost unsettled. And all of a sudden, you get to the top of 9, and then it's out of this, all of a sudden you hear this laser beam with yum bum, and it's this brand new idea, right? So can we hear very quickly, bar 51, both of the men's parts, please, the bass and the tenor part? The tenor is kind of left out in the cold by himself with all the other parts, okay? Here we go. Let's start on the do.
Which part?
Let's have it on the baritone part, please. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and
To do justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly.
Yep, good. Let's do that one more time. And tenors, at home, tenors, you guys need to be counting. 1, 2, 3. To do justice, to walk. Okay, here we go. Same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and.
To do
And.
justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly
1, 2, 3.
with your God.
Fantastic. Thank you. And just for kicks and giggles, let's have just the ladies' parts right there, too. And can I hear, actually, Jennifer, could you do us a favor?
Sure.
And could you start off for us at bar 49 with just the alto part, just the alto 1 part, and then Grace, can you come in at 51?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Get ready, altos. I love the alto part here. 1, 2, 3, ready, and.
He has told you, O mortal, He has told you what is good.
And a 1.
To do justice, to love kindness, to walk humbly with your God.
If we can just copy and paste them, I think we'll be happy. Okay, thank you. Now that we've isolated those, can we have everybody please start at the top of 8, all parts, and we'll do the upper parts again? Here we go. Everybody give me a lot of aspiration on the H. He has told. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and.
He has told you, O mortal, He has told you what is
And.
good. To
Tenor,
do
and.
justice, to love
fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Hope that helped that a little bit. And I have one other thing for us to take a quick look at before we move on. Can we all take a look at the bottom of page 3? This is where we come in. It's the same material as the beginning, right, everybody? But we have it staggered, correct? And I don't know about you, Rob, but I feel like this is very, if I had no piano part underneath this, I would almost think that Alice Parker might have written this. It sounds so open. I don't know why. It just feels very open to me. It doesn't feel like it's just all locking, right? So let's do this. And I would like if we could have, Rob, could you just, I'm afraid to ask, would you mind just playing the parts here for a quick second? Exactly. And I think if we could have everybody at home, if we could all isolate and all think about with what, we should hear that happen. How many times? 1, 2, 3 times, essentially. So once you sang those 3 notes, get out of the way. Okay? Here we go.
As in stop singing or sing softer?
As in sing softer. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Let's start with the bass and soprano. 1, 2, 3, and up.
With what shall I shine? With what shall I give for eyes before God on high? Before God on high, for the Lord. With what shall I shine? With what shall I go?
And fantastic, thank you. So everybody at home, just make sure, guys, if you're singing tenor or bass on that page, you're not that important. You're just a pedal tone. I hate to tell you that. It's all about the duet between the altos and sopranos. So know when you're important and when you're less important, okay? I think that about does it with this. Let's move on and take a look at Unconditional Love. Now, I'm going to go ahead and forewarn all of you at home. We're going to be kind of skipping around and dissecting this. But I will make it up to you on movement 4. We're just going to sing through it, okay? But not on movement 1.
So which movement are we doing first?
So we're going to start on top of page 5. And all the tenors and all the sopranos. All I need us to sing is measure 12 through 14. Exactly what Rob just played. So all I need is tenors and sopranos right now. And we're going to start top of 5, but persevere. Here we go. Ready? 3 and 4 and 1. Good. Also, let's make sure we have that lift in there. Did with help. I think, is that marked on y'all's too?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Okay, this happened in Veritas rehearsal. For all of you wondering, there is a wild hair of a key on this keyboard. We don't know why. What key is that, Rob? Well, there you go. I don't know why it's doing it, but it occasionally does, and it scared the bejesus out of Jim and myself both the last time it happened. So, here we go. Same thing. 3 and 4 and 1. Lift. 2 and 3. Keep going, tenors and sopranos, and and we're holding it 1, 2, and 3, and off. Good. That's all we need right now. Okay. Now, if you're a bass or an alto, take a look at your ahs. Let's. Now, I think the important part is obviously the melody. I think our altos and basses can sight read this. There you go. So let's have you guys go ahead and join the tenors and sopranos, please. Top of 5, where the tenors and sopranos come in, please. And lift, 2 and lifting on the end of 4 and 3, 2, and 3, and lift. Good. Let's stop there one more time, and let's just isolate the ahs, just so we can have those. Here we go. Measure 15. Ready, and 3, 4, 2, 3, and fantastic. Good. Let's start back there at 15 and add in the other two parts, please. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and keep going, ladies.
Survival's price was high and high.
2 off on the downbeat and
But they remembered what they fed.
join us, tenors.
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
2 keep going.
Walls that would frame their path ahead.
2, 3 and 4. 2. That's all we need? Good. All right, good. So we almost got to this little part. I want us to go back on page 6 and do one little thing so we can hear those parts, and then we're going to go to this next chunk, okay? Everybody take a look at bar 23. Tenors, if you notice, you came in together with the altos. Grace, I'm going to ask you to do something. Could you sing alto 1 on that split for a quick second?
Sure.
Good. So we'll have on 23 all 3 of the lower parts. So no sopranos. This is for both the altos and the tenor. Okay? I just want you to hear this. Here we go. And
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
good. Now let's have just the altos and no tenor. I want you to hear how much easier it sounds without the tenor. And
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
good. Now the tenors come in and cause problems because they're right near the altos. Okay? Here we go. Let's add in that tenor. Ready and
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
good. Casey will sing soprano for us while we have that. Good. Okay, we asked him for it and you did it. Fantastic. Okay, so real fast, everybody, let's go on over and take a look at top of 7. Here is the key to the entire piece. The key. Top of 7, last 2 measures. So bar 28 through 31. Okay? It's unison, and we don't go to parts, everyone, until bar 31. Okay? So whatever you've been singing up to this point, make sure you know this is a good anchor place. Okay? Rob, would you mind playing the vocal parts right there just so we can hear it? Good. So, everybody. No, you're good. Good. So, here's the deal, everyone. This sounds like to me like a dozen a day exercise on the keyboard. Until you know it and feel it, it's going to feel very disjunct, yeah? So, let's all sing just the first 2 bars because it's all unison. Here we go. And,
Sustain my faith, undimmed my feet.
good. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. No, it's okay. Yeah. Da dee da dum bum 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 ba da.
We tried to sing the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that one more time. Here we go. And 1.
Sustain my faith,
And 4 and 1 and 2 and T to the downbeat. Good. That's all I need. That's all I need. Okay. Now basses, I want you by yourself on 31 and 32. Or 30 and 31, because the bass line is the entire, this is the hard part, okay? Here we go. And,
their courage
Good. And that's all we need. Basses, you're going to feel very unfulfilled, and you will not feel fulfilled until later on in the movement, okay? This is not the tonic, so stand firm, please. All right, all parts at 30, please. All parts at 30. Here we go. And, good. And now we all want to resolve. We can't get there yet. Okay? Let's do those 4 measures together, and that will be a very important thing. Sustained. And
Sustained my faith, undimmed my feet.
2 and T and 4 and
Their courage raised my pilgrim souls.
good. Thank you. Let's get into that now, please. Can we start at the top of page 6, Survival's Price Was High, with the ladies? We'll do these 2 pages. Okay, here we go. Survivals. And,
Survival's price was high.
let's do that one more time. It is okay. And,
Survival's price was high and high.
carrying to the downbeat. And 4 and
But they remembered what they'd learned.
2. Get ready, tenors. Unison with the altos. And
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn. Wounds that would frame their path
short, long.
ahead.
And 2 and 3 off. 2 unison coming up.
Sustained by faith, undimmed by fear.
3 unison. And
Their courage raised my pilgrim souls.
good. That's all we need. I know you want it's like we want resolution. I understand. Everybody, one quick thing, because we do not want to learn this wrong. Take a look at measures 26. All right. So for most of you, this is a digital page turn.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. So if we start one bar before that with the tenors and sopranos, wounds that would frame, we do a dotted 8th, 16th into a 16th dotted 8th. Woohoo! On a page turn. So let's just speak this in rhythm while Rob plays the parts, please. Here we go. Wounds that would frame, we're speaking it, Rob's playing it. And wounds that would frame their path ahead. Fantastic. Now, everybody, make sure the way I read this is that you cut off tenors and sopranos on the downbeat of measure of beat 4. On 26, you cut off on the downbeat tenors and sopranos on beat 4. So make sure you don't cut off any later. All right. Thank you very much. And now, let's go back and put everything in context. And let's start. We're not going to sing the first page, sopranos, because you get to sing that later. Let's start at the top of 5, please. Top of 5. And Rob, can you give us a measure before we come in? So Rob will start on measure 11, everyone, and we will pick up at 12. And
But perseverated withheld. Thanks to that first crude crop of gold.
on the end of 4, and
Feet beyond their naive reach.
2 and 3 without. Two, 3, and
Survival's price was high and high.
on the downbeat off.
But they remembered what they'd fled.
2, 3, unison tenor with the alto.
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
Good. Let's do that real fast, real fast. Can we get the? Let's
Sorry,
have.
Alto one, sorry.
Yeah, let's have you sing Alto one. That'll make life easier. Right there at bar 23, everybody. Here we go. And
Rejection, prejudice, and scorn.
and
Wounds that God free men hath
head, 2 off on beat 4, lift. 2, 3, unison, and
sustained by faith, undimmed by fear.
3 and 4, and
Their courage raised by pilgrim song.
bass and good. Stop right there. We're not going to do this yet. We're going to take a page, go to page 8, because when you flip the page, fun things, rhythm happens. And if you don't know what the rhythm is, we are sunk. Everybody, we're going to speak this starting on bar 34, picking up into 35. Here we go. We're going to come in on the and of 3 speaking. 1 and 2 and a sharing commonwealth or good. And when we get to wrong, you're fine, right? Take a look at writing wrongs. We have 2 different rhythms. Writing or writing, right? So make sure you know who you are. Everybody, the word commonwealth. Commonwealth or right. Say that one more time. Commonwealth or right. Fantastic. Good. Now, can we sing these parts starting at and sharing common? Lovely, we start in unison, yay, and also terrifying that we start in unison, right? So let's actually make life easier for all of you listeners at home, and can we have the soprano and the alto do a little duet, please? Okay, here we go. As sharing, and
Sharing commonwealth, writing
good. Now, altos, Jennifer made that sound really easy, but Jennifer, could you sing Writing Wrongs, please, the last 2 quarters? Sing that first B flat, ready, and... Now, here's the one problem. Mike, could you sing your Writing Wrongs with Jennifer?
Okay.
Here we go. And now we're going to hold ting when we get there, yeah? Ready, and... Right? Now, again, they make it sound super easy, but the crunch happens when the tenors enter the mix. That's why I don't know why, but they do. Okay? Thank you, ladies. Let's have the 2 gentlemen's parts, please. Bass and tenor. And,
sharing commonwealth, writing wrongs.
yes, thank you. And then the tenors move on the next note, and there with my pencil. It's okay. All right, here we go. All 4 parts, please. Same thing. And,
sharing commonwealth, writing wrongs.
2, 3, 4. Yes, and make sure we were spot on that. Okay, now let's turn the page back, and now we can get into this. Take a look at your rhythms, everyone. We're only going to do the bottom 3 voices, then we'll put the sopranos in last. Okay? Just a quick look at this. This is short, long, yeah? Full of such innocent ideal. Okay? Let's have the 3 lower parts. Let's just go ahead and sing that, please. Altos, I love you in advance. Rob, would you mind just playing the alto? Bum, ba, bum. It's all over the place, and it sounds lovely. I love it. Jennifer, you want to sing that one time?
Sure.
And there we go.
Full of such innocent ideas.
Good. Casey, can you join her? Ready? And go.
Full of such innocent ideas.
Good. Mike, join them. Mike and ready, go.
Full of such innocent
Keep going.
ideas.
2. Keep going. Keep going. And
Sharing commonwealth, or writing wrongs.
fantastic. Okay, so we did a quick little layer. Now, while the three of you are singing your parts underneath, Grace is going to soar for us on the soprano line. Real fast before sopranos, you do your thing. Grace, would you just mind that thing? Bum, bum. That lovely jump. Yep. Can we have you just isolate full love?
Yep.
And fantastic. Now, she makes it sound lovely and easy, right? Pick your battles, ladies at home. Yes? Body. If you don't need to put a D right there and you just want to open up and let it rip, I would suggest that, okay? All right, all four parts, please, starting on full. Here we go. Ready, and... Two, three, keep going. One, and two, and... Two, three, four, two, and off. Good, thank you, everybody. Now, let's make you feel real good about this. And let's start at the top of 7, please. At the last 2 bars, Rob's going to be playing keyboard with us, playing the accompaniment, and every person for themselves. Here we go. You got our D natural for everybody. And
Sustain my faith, undimm'd my feet.
2, 3, and 4, and...
Their courage raised by pilgrim song.
2, bass move, and...
Full of such innocent kindness.
2, 2,
A sharing commonwealth, or right wrong.
keep going. Tenor move. Keep going. Two, and 2, and... Just the sopranos and altos. Good. Now, that was lovely and in time too. Everybody at bar 46, we're off on the and of 4. Don't cut off on the downbeat of 47. It's the and of 4. The reason the guys didn't sing just yet is because, gentlemen, where do you get your pitches? Right? Take a look at 42. If I'm a tenor, I am singing the alto line. Jennifer, could you sing 42?
Sure.
Ready, and...
Flawed in
Good. So, tenors, you get your C from the per of perfect. Basses, where do you get your B flat? From the fect, or the piano too. Okay, you get it from the alto B flat or the piano B flat. You take your pick. Okay, can we have altos, basses, and tenors all together at 42? Flawed, please. 3 and 4. And thank you very much. Now let's get into this. Can we start?
If we have time, can alto isolate 43, 44? I keep doing something wrong there.
Ba-da-da.
Okay.
The good?
Yeah, I'm going too high on the E.
No, you're fine. You're fine. All right, now let's start bottom of 8 with the sopranos and altos together, picking up into the top of 9. Yes, they were flawed, but not these two. Here we go. 1 and 2 and.
Yes, they were flawed
Thank you very much. All right, good. And we don't need to do any more on this right now because the next part is a repeat from the beginning. Woohoo! All right, let's go and run through movement 4 one time. These are the hands. And when we get to the splits, let's have you, Casey, let's have you go to the bass 2.
Okay.
And Jennifer, let's have you go to alto 2. Yes. Okay, here we go from the top. Take us away, Rob. And 4. 1. And
These are the hands that touch us first. Feet, your head, find the pulse and make your bed.
and 1. And
These are the hands that tap your back, test the skin of your arm. Wheel the beam, change the ball, fix the dream.
1. Lift.
Replace your hip.
2. Think of the phrasing on this. We do have tapered phrases, just like Rob played. Strong backing off. Just like that. And 1. And
These are the hands that fill around, top of fourth, pick the speech, soothe the soul, burn the spots, give us a just design the
lift.
and these are the hands that stop the leaks. Empty the pan, wipe the pipes, carry the can,
Watch. Yeah, good. Yeah. So alto 2's that D sharp or D natural right there is going to be the highest thing ever in your entire life. Yes, that lovely thing. I'm going to ask us to do one thing before we leave. Right there on the last 4 measures, pick up into the last 3 and touch us last. Can I have Mike? Would you do me a favor? Could you sing alto 2 right there? Jennifer sing alto 1. Grace on S. Soprano. Yep, and touch us last. Here we go. Ready and.
and touch us last.
I think that the treble parts right there are just fantastic, and they need to be done. All right, let's do all 4 voice parts, please. Jennifer, sing the alto 2 right there. So no alto 1. Last 3 measures.
Okay.
Okay, all 4 parts. Ready and. Let's get our parts first. Here's our E flat, bass, tenor, alto, soprano, and 3. And Jennifer just wants to lean into that D natural. Thank you. Ya da da for the tenors. Yes, flat 6, flat 7, 1. All right, everybody, thank you so much for rehearsal tonight. We are hopping off. I think Grace is going to start the Zoom call.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you all singers, and thank you, Rob. And we will see you all on the Zoom. No hymns. No hymns.